questions. I'm Andy Johnson. My guest this week, Mr. Anastasius Guevara, a leader in the community in Lopino, in Northeast Trinidad. The issue, the state of affairs with public utilities in the area and the responses from the Minister of Public Utilities himself. Mr. Guevara, good day. Thanks for talking with us.
Yeah, good day, Mr. Andy Johnson. Thanks for having me.
All right, I want to start by asking you, what is the situation as we speak? We're talking about water, we're talking about lights, we're talking about other kinds of public amenities.
Yeah, well, right now, presently, at this moment, they are working feverishly to upgrade the water problem first.
When you say they, who is the they? The WESN people?
WASA. Yeah, they have been up here. Several vehicles have been up here from Monday morning as to this morning. The minister has really listened to what the protest seemed to work. Because after the chairman of the regional WASA was up here on Wednesday, they had a big meeting, a lot about 15 of them were there on the compound. Yeah.
What has been the problem?
Upgrade the system.
What has been the problem?
No water. You see, the charade they put on TV that hope you don't get an upgrade for the past 3 months. Everybody, I know, including yourself, will feel that we have a good water supply.
And that's not the case?
That is not true.
That hasn't been the case?
No, it hasn't been the case. And that's why I staged the protest for upgrade of water for my community. Because they cannot be going on national television and saying, look, you know how much gallons, how much 1,000 gallons, and it's not true when you open the pipe to dry. People living right opposite the plant do have no water. Sometimes we have, and them opposite the plant, they don't have no water. And you could come and ask the residents of Lopino, if people don't want to believe me, because the minister say I'm lying, come to Lopino and go house to house and ask about the water problem. But it's free to come forward.
How chronic this has been? How long has this been going on?
Ever since we commissioned the new plant. Ever since the new plant was commissioned, we have been getting water problem worse ever. I'm 57 years old, and this was the worst period of getting water.
So have they identified what the problem is as they are fixing it?
Well, they wouldn't come and dialogue with me, so I wouldn't be able to give you a definite answer what the problem is, because it have 2 village councils, and the minister working with the other council. If you notice, when he was on Thursday, Monday gone, he was highlighting, talk about the village council, but my platform wasn't about village council, that it was about the road, water, light, the basic thing. But he had to try to look good. So he would try to bring anything forward for you to look good. But everybody in Lopino know he lying.
So the problem is with lights as well, and roads? Well,
as rainfall current tends to go in Lopino. As rainfall current tends to go. He have talked about an upgrade that he has done with lights, not line, lights from Aruka, street lights straight to Lopino, but not beyond Lopino. We have 2 other villages beyond Lopino, La Pastra and the Alley. The Alley seems to be neglected totally, and it's the biggest village in Lopino is the Alley. They have their own water supply all through the 100+ years. They have the water coming from ravine, they run the pipe and they tap it on, and water has never gone up there to upgrade the facilities for them. All the talking, go to the Alley, everybody, water coming from our ravine. Everybody. WASA don't supply no water, and that is the biggest village in Lopino.
And what about the situation with roads?
Well, the last time we get an upgrade on the road is when I did it about 2 years ago, right before the lockdown. I went house to house, collected money, about 15,000+, and buy gravel and cement and patch up the holes and thing in the road. And since that was the beginning and the end with me and the minister. Since that, his supporters say, I want him to look bad, punch out the minister to look bad. Fixing the road for the residents of Lopino is wanting the minister to look bad. I built a wall about 15 or 20 feet and going to La Pastra village to widen the road. When I say not I, with the help of the villagers, mind you, the villagers come forward to help me with this. It's not I, it's the village.
So the people in the village who find what you are taking too much of a front role, and you are complaining too much, you are protesting too much, is that it?
Yes, that's exactly it. You see, he have his supporters up here. You know, PNM supporters die hard. They don't care, they don't have water, they don't have light, they don't have food, but they support PNM.
And that is the reason why you say that there are two community groups in the community seeking to do the same thing?
Yeah, but it's it has two village councils. Yeah.
Competing against each other?
One supported by the MP, but that is not my council. The other council is being supported by the MP.
And is that because of what is seen as your activism? Another group was inspired to come on the scene and challenge?
The minister and his followers, they kept meeting. They have a big hotel in Lupino. I don't know if you know about it. And they had a meeting up there. The minister informing them, just get rid of Punch and he will work with anybody else.
Yeah.
That was the direct message to all who was, it had two other persons running against me for president, and that was the direct message to them. They all had a meeting together. But you know, talkers come out and then, you know, this one wants to be president, that one. So it had a confrontation and one drop out and bring back the message to me.
So how is that affected? How is it affecting relations among people in the community? Because this, you know, Lupino has the image in other people's minds as a community that is bound together by the circumstance of where you live, somehow isolated in a sort of way, distinct from other parts of the Northeast. You have to travel a few miles uphill to get to where you are. So there's disunity among the people in the community?
Yeah, well, I'll give all the praise. Yeah, I will give all the praise to the minister for that, for bringing that disunity. Yeah. Thanks to him.
Yeah.
Because they went as far to come down the road, his supporters, they come with cutlass, they wanted to stop up Punch. Why? Because Punch speaking out for his people. And if you really take a deep look at it, what I'm doing, I ain't get no thanks for it. I do it through the children, opinion, because children, you know, they cannot protest for themselves, you know, but I want betterment for the children. Because the elders, their mother was PNM, their father was PNM, their grandmother was PNM, you know, they say now it goes, and they're not thinking clearly, they cannot see for themselves. But say if you can't see for yourself, study your children and your grandchildren, and make proper decisions. On that said, there the protesters had a sports day, the minister organized it. He funded the whole thing, which he will never do with me. So they say, I want to boycott the sports, but not a matter of boycotting the sports, you know, water before sports. So everybody I went to, I tell them, come in the protest and then we'll go and enjoy ourselves in the sports. So the sports was a success, the sports was really nice. It was well organized. So I give them kudos for the sports. But don't look at blacklist me and say, I this and I this. The minister say I'm notorious with as young as 10. He's taking serious jobs at me, and I'm nothing that. If I openly say, if you're out for dialogue, I will sit down and talk with him. But the minister don't want nothing to do with me. The minister go as far as to say, he had a hamper drive in the community center looping. I was the said president. And he asked me for the keys and I refused them, which is total lie and rubbish. The minister can never watch me in my eyes and see they asked me for the keys.
So how...
So it's personal. It's your fight going. It's really personal. You want everybody to look at me and notorious, and everybody know me from school. I went to school in Ari, you know. I went 5 rivers and I was not comprehensive. If they check my thing, my background, I never ever get trouble in my life. For the minister to say I'm notorious, I am. I'm an activist. If they check the homework in Lupino when UNC was in power, they'll see it's the same set of people presently under PNM who benefiting with the contract. My name nowhere there to be seen. My name not nowhere in Kamla book. Nowhere in PNM book. They could never say I walk the road with any party. I don't be them things. I just standing up for the people. And most of them are afraid to do that because they're looking for a kickback, so they're afraid the minister see them. I want to come in the protest once, but I'm frightened by afraid the minister see me and they go blacklist me too.
People say that to you?
The direction, you see this, what the minister calls it, you know, the friction.
People say that to you? They would want to let their voices be heard, but they are afraid of what the repercussions might be?
Exactly so. It have people who working in county, people who working in UE, people in different government sectors. They are afraid. Because right now, if you take you go in this community development for the branch association, the minister having his interference there concerning this election. I went about all my things the right way. I have my letter from the branch association stating I am the president and looking over this council, and he's still not acknowledging me. He threatened people in community development who, if they support me, he'll move them out from office and send them to work in my area and send them there. So far, the minister going. But that is nothing new in Trinidad.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
Speaking to them, while speaking to them, because I call on them active community development, I don't know what the keys for the community center, because they came with police denied by me for the keys for the center at election night.
So people are telling you that? People are telling you that?
Community development who in charge, telling me that the hands tied. We're supposed to have a meeting on Monday. The thing was Saturday, the protest. And the meeting was started for 5 p.m. About 2 p.m. so they call and say the meeting off to be announced at Airlink date. No feedback up to now. To finalize this once and for all, to know who is the real president.
So community relations are being divided on the basis of people's loyalty.
Imagine when they come to the election and look, they didn't hand over the keys to us to keep our election in the community center. We had to keep it in front of the center. And they could call the branch association president. He was present in that election to clarify it.
So community relations...
I'm not lying. No way.
You what?
Everything...
You said you're not lying about what you're saying.
No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying at all. Everything I say, you could call the president of branch association and ask him what happened on the election afternoon.
So the relations among people in the community are sour or are souring because of differences of approach?
Souring because people who used to talk with me coming to chop, I tell you they come in, they have to hold them down, they want to chop a punch. And that is truly minister intervention. He won't say that on national television. He won't say them things by labeling me as an activist. He won't talk truth.
What does it mean, an activist? And what is wrong with being an activist?
Well, I don't know. Well, you know the PNM regime, any shortcomings they have, this Kamala fault. So they're making me feel like if I Kamala steps down. And look, I'm here.
All right, we will take a break and come back. Stay with us. This is 10 questions. The issue, the state of affairs with public utilities in the community of Lopino, split from what our guest is saying, Mr. Anastasius Guevara. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
It's convenient shopping. The new J&A Supermarket and Deli on the Avenue, Aripita Avenue, for all your grocery items, market items, grab-and-go meals, plus mobile phones and accessories.
Nuance Security and Solar Systems Limited, ensuring value with renewable energy solutions for all.
With society plagued by a host of issues, with debates surrounding our urgent concerns falling short, with questions of our future not always being answered.
The conversation continues. Join me, Kemuel Pascal, as the voice of the youth comes to life. We will confront the controversial topics of today's world to gain answers that are key for a better tomorrow. One and One with me, Kemuel Pascal, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. only on WESN Content Capital.
Let your voice be heard. Call Madam Fix It on WESN, the only place that effectively helps you with your woes. Having problems getting onto government agencies? water woes, NIS and pension problems, potholes, and much, much more. Call me, Madam Fix-It, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here on WESN. Let me fix it for you.
Is it politics? What is it? Is it that nobody cares about sports?
The kind of support that sport used to get in the past is no longer here.
The thing is, taking a knee doesn't mean that that's the only thing you're doing on it.
Right.
Taking a knee along with other stuff.
Samantha, what are you looking forward to when you return home to Trinidad and Tobago after winning the title?
Thank you very much for speaking it into existence.
Is it no pressure on Nicholas Paul?
It makes me more motivated to work hard and to go out there and rep the red, white and black.
Why are we sending a team to the Winter Olympics?
There are a number of Trinbagonians who are in the diaspora and have grown up in winter sport. It's an opportunity that the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee will not close the door on.
I also believe in the players that we have. Once you can motivate the players, you can get the best out of them.
Shantwell Vibes, a musical tribute to Andre Tanker, Saturday, September 24th, 2022, Central Bank Auditorium. Showtime, 7:30 p.m. Featuring 3 Canal, Mavis John, Ataclan, Empress Ajay, Stacy Sobers, and panist Natasha Joseph. Tickets, $300. Available at Crosby's Music Center, St. James. Extra Foods, Rima, Grand Bazaar, and Endeavour. Online at Island E-Tickets. Committee members at 678-2843 or 482-3111. Central Bank box office on the day of the event. Mart's Liquor Palace, Diego Marte Main Road, La Puerta. A musical tribute to Andre Tanker. Saturday, September 24th, 2022. Central Bank Auditorium. Showtime, 7:30 p.m.
Welcome back to the program. This is 10 Questions. This week, my guest is Mr. Anastasius Guevara. Well, he was president of the Community Council, the community group in Lopino. He says there are two groups now, one rivaling his. One is set up expressly by the Minister of Public Utilities, and there's a contest as to who really is in the leadership of the organization. One group representing the minister's wishes, that's what he's saying, and the other group led by him. He says people are afraid to speak with him. Talk about that some more, Mr. Guevara. So the community is divided.
Yes, the community is divided presently.
You say that one of the groups, the secretary of the group, is she the secretary of the group or the president, the person who works directly in the office of the minister, in his office as minister or in his office as member of parliament?
And member of parliament office in Aruka,
yes.
The president works for him.
And that is as a direct result of what is seen as your activism on behalf of the people in Lopino.
No, well, yes, the councillor, the PNM councillor for Lopino, all of them in one, because they taken the instructions from the minister. And I'm not against them for that, because they have to fight for the support. But unlike me now, I don't want to stand up for the people, so I don't have to put my tail between my legs. What I see is right, I will stand up for what is right. But they're fighting for something. They all don't know what they're fighting for, but they're not fighting for the people. And I could assure you that. Because they will not say anything against the minister for the minister to look bad, as they see. Punch on the minister to look bad, but not no matter punch on the minister to look bad. Punch on betterment for Lopino, for the young people in the community. Because we've been keeping football, Christmas party for the past 10 years in Lopino. None of the other people don't be interested in keeping anything for 20. Some other groups, the Digicel and all welcoming, but the people who want to take the lead here, they have no background are doing community work. It has something in it because they directly link to the minister. So it has some profit along the line. Because the first time I called election in Lopino, no one came to the election. This one of the organized meeting a plot against me to come to get rid of me because it has benefits now. Not for the people, but for individuals.
So
it's how people who cannot think for themselves.
How has that affected? How has that affected, or how is it affecting relations among you all as members of the community, as residents, and in many cases, long-time residents in that neighborhood?
Well, the whole Lupino exchange is we and them now. If people come and talk to me at my house, people from the opposite side are opposing them. When you going and tell Punch, you're going to tell Punch what we're doing, you're going to anything with Punch is a problem. Once they deal, and once they're from the other side, they have a problem with Punch. But they're not looking at the real picture what Punch. If they really watch at it carefully, and when they reach home in the night and they lie down, analyze it and they realize, I ain't it because I want. I want this, I want that. I've never been so and I'll never be so. I want betterment for people's children and Lupino, especially children. Long time when I was going to school and things, sometimes I had to walk from Aruca to Lupino, like 6 miles. After all them years, I 57 years, you want your children to go through the same thing. When you reach like 8, 9 o'clock in the night, you cannot transport to some Lupino, nobody road bad, nobody wants to open the road, everything. So that is only one for the people at Lupino. No betterment. The minister put us at a street light from Aruca to Lupino, but PM50 road. That is to highlight all the potholes and things in the road. Do what the people want, and that's the problem I have with most ministers. They want to come in your community and do what they want. Not what the people want and what they want. Look at that, some people up here who have current in their homes and the minister not addressing that. But we put a street light from Aruca straight to Lupino where everybody, the wider community, could see the whole of Trinidad. Okay, Mr. Gonzalez walking in Lupino, well, look, street light. Well, you know much people do have current in their homes in Lupino, and you're not addressing that.
So
look for the people directly, for the people at Lupino, and then I'll be able to identify with you. Don't you think, as a politician, for you to look within the wider community and people in Lupino still suffering?
So you'd say that the community is divided now on these lines.
Instead of people out, like there's a favor they're doing for them. So you'll be obligated to them for the rest of your life because they do have favor to get current by your house.
So what are relations among people like then? There are people who are staying away from you, people who are hostile to you because of...
Yeah, there are people who are hostile to us, there are people who are staying away from us. You see, they're not taking the wealth. Lupino, the only thing people do for money is agriculture. And if you come and you see the plight young men is go through Lupino to make an honest deal. Mr. Johnson, if you come up to Lupino and I carry you and show you the distance them young men walk and the condition on the road to make an honest deal living so they don't have to rob, they don't have to go thief, they don't have to go kill. And they're not highlighting those things. The basic thing in the community, they're not highlighting, they're highlighting what they want. It has farmers up here really suffering and they're not addressing that at all. Through the years, the road, and this road that was access road for agriculture, long time you cannot drive. Now the condition I can't drive. And these men have to be total loads on their back for miles to make an honest deal. See, young men I talking about 18, 19, 20 years and they rather do that than to go and keep and the minister not trying to upgrade nothing for them.
So
this is the problem that I have, and this is the thing what I want to identify with, and that is the trouble I am having in Lupino, because I want betterment for everybody. This is school, a primary school and a kindergarten school have me painted up. I don't know how long. You know, they will highlight these things. Look through the pandemic, the minister come forward and help nobody with a tablet. School open back here and bring a shop. Not for a child here doing nothing. I'll be doing my thing behind closed doors trying to help who less fortunate in the village. I do have to put it on Facebook. But the other group now, if they bring a snack for a child, they put it up on Facebook. Everybody has to see that we have child a snack. I did 2005 years. I never put myself in the forefront to say, well, I doing this for them or I doing that. You're doing it to the goodness of your heart. And when they do things from your heart, they don't highlight yourself.
So who's on your side?
Well, most are the younger people, eh? The older people, belt in your ways, the PNM. Most are the younger people.
How does that make you feel, I mean, you still want to continue to doing the kind of activism that you've been doing? Or is this causing you to reconsider?
No, once I make one child happy in my life, I could do that to the die my satisfaction. Yeah. It's not winning the trust of the wider community, older people. Eventually they will realize, you know, you have to give them time.
You talked about the farmers. So what are the conditions under which farmers work, and what sort of needs and support that should be coming to them that is not coming to them?
Well, the access road. The farmers come to me, they beg me, let the minister drop some material for them. They're willing to do all the work for themselves for them. The material like the patch the holes and things, and a tractor to grade the road to make it, you know, so they can drive, so they won't have to throw clothes on their back from that distance. Just make it a little easier for them, because it's really hard for them. You see the main road coming loop, you know how bad it is, so much less for the access road what I'm speaking about. Anytime you're willing to come loop, you know, I will carry you and show you what I'm talking about.
So,
but I'm not lying nowhere at all, and nothing I say, I'm not lying. Everything is the truth. The only thing, when Fazil asks the minister, if he tell me like person, I Kamla stepson, he never said that to me, to be honest. But the way he putting it across, that's how he making me feel. Because right you label me as an activist, is just 10 notorious people in the village who, you know, who dissatisfied because they get voted out by the village council and thing, you know, he's twisting the whole thing to suit him. But anybody come to Lupino and find out, they will know the truth.
So what do you want to happen with you say that the roads, the condition of the roads needs to be attended to, and that is not being attended to?
No, it's not being attended to. The last time the road fix was when I did a repair on it, and still I was going on weekends with things with villagers, and we was going to clear some of the blind corners to make it not as dangerous for people. Everything we do, we try to uplift Lupino. Anything I do, anything I for is upliftment for Lupino. It's not upliftment for me. Mr. Johnson, I don't know when water come or when it go, because I have big tank behind my house. So I don't have no problem with the water, because my tank full. It's people who less fortunate, people who don't have tank and things who have the problem, and I still willing to come out there and fight for them, because I did want to go through this, because I have water.
Yeah,
so how you can live in a community and in knowing your neighbors and things don't have, and how you can feel as a person, knowing that they don't have, but you have, so everything comfortable, everything good. Yeah, the minister got this thing. You can't be comfortable with that if you have a human heart.
So you don't take the position, or you're not coming to the position to say, well, as some people would, to hell with it. I mean, if you are making out as you can, and so personally you're not too negatively affected by this, and you could withdraw.
No, water supply, not at all. Yeah. I have water, but I have big tanks. Yeah. I hear what you think.
Yeah, okay. I'm asking the extent to which, so people would, is that your view, that people would put their political allegiance and their political choices, who they favor, ahead of their own domestic concerns and their community concerns? Is that what is happening?
Well, exactly. I said this in my interview. I was on TV6 interview on Saturday. I said there were that. The minister over the children and grandchildren. Once the minister happy, they happy, you know. That's the length they're going to. But I will never give up on people's children, because children cannot stand up on their own, and they need somebody to stand for them. But if it was like for big people alone in this village and Lupino, I would do with it. But I can't see children suffering because of their parents, you know. I can't see it.
So a lot of what you're doing, you're saying, is for the sake of the children.
Yeah. Because big people like that done with it a long time.
You think you can get over, well, the community can get over this period and come back as one community, or you believe that the politics and the political allegiance will destroy the harmony among the people in the community, in the villages?
Well, you personally, Mr. Johnson, will know how strong a minister is, the strength of a minister.
Yeah. All right, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much, Mr. Guevara, Anastasius Guevara.
I would like to come to Lupino and have an interview live with the people at Lupino.
We will work on it.
Out the house.
We will work on it. All right.
Identify with troops. All
right. Thank you very much. We will work on it. This has been 10 Questions. I'm Andy Johnson. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
WESN. Shantwell Vibes, a musical tribute to Andre Tanker, Saturday, September 24th, 2022, Central Bank Auditorium. Showtime, 7:30 p.m. Featuring